Disappeared. You looked at me with your heart, blessed me with your wonder, and heard my future in your end. So wherever you roam, that's where I...
Okay, here we are with part 2, you guys, with the therapeutic social worker coming here.
So she comes, we're talking, filling out paper. She's asking us to ask questions. So we're asking questions, you know.
Well, we already wrote down some stuff that we needed to know prior to her getting here. So
you know.
We were just waiting for the time to ask.
So I think we were talking about different pediatricians. The dentist. Eye doctor. If the kids will need
what we needed to get them in school,
if they would need therapy, if we're gonna outsource it, or if a therapist was gonna come here,
right?
Just different things. So then Lexus get a call. So we, Lexus get that call.
Well, I was getting calls all through this meeting with our worker, but of course they're spam calls. But when I saw the county number, not the county, the city, I said, it's only one person that's calling from this city. So let me go ahead and answer it. So go ahead.
Lexus was like, they here. And then they're going to talk about, the worker said.
Do I want her to bring them up, or do I want to come get them? No, you can bring them up here.
Bring them. I said, they must be just a transporter.
And see, that's why we thought that they were just transporters, because they were just saying it's not like they wanted to come up and talk to us. They just wanted to just drop the kids off.
And if you do foster care, that's a big no. First time a child being placed in a home. Yeah. Now, if it's just a transporter, that's all that they do. They transport, drop off the child, and then their worker comes out. Like, it must be a transporter. But when she was like, she's a worker, no, well then come on upstairs, honey, because you're gonna know way more than
we know.
All of us. You just picked them up from where they were.
She also had paperwork to fill out from our worker too. So we also needed her signature on stuff too. But go ahead, babe.
So they came upstairs with the kids. The babies, the children. We're going to say children because kids is ghetto slang. Children. They were carrying them.
Red flag. Y'all know how when
you come in our home, I didn't see them initially because where I was sitting at, but Babe did. But Babe gave me this look, right? So I'm looking like, you expect the kids to just run in. You could hear them. But they didn't run in, so I thought, well, maybe they were just being a little bashful. The people was carrying them. The workers was carrying them. And not because they didn't want to come in. Because you would have thought, once they got in, you would have thought that we were already acquainted for some time. Right. And once they got in, I knew why Babe gave me the look she gave me. There was some, although the children are newly in care, there are some things that you just can't miss. Right. There's no way
you can miss it.
You can miss it.
And they didn't tell us this.
And our agency,
we might go into further detail, but right now we're not.
We're not. Our agency didn't know either, because you have to think this, and I'm gonna say why they didn't know. The county DSS do not have therapeutic foster homes. They have, I want to say, mainstream foster homes. But if children or a child need,
that's blinking too, but it's okay.
If children, or if a child, or if a child has more issues than a mainstream foster home can do, they go. I don't want to say the county contracts, but other private agencies like the one we're under, they go through them. for instance, if a child has behavioral issues and they've been to a lot of homes and they may need more than mainstream, if a child is medically fragile, usually mainstream foster homes cannot handle that. They have to be in a therapeutic home, because see, we're a mainstream foster home. They do a lot of hours. When you're therapeutic, it's like double time. It's a whole lot of more hours. It's a whole lot of more training, just because we do more. We're medically trained to deal with children with trachs, feeding tubes, wheelchairs. You just trained to do so much more. So we're therapeutic foster parents. And like I said, when the children came, we didn't have a problem with what's going on with them, because we are therapeutic. The issue was we were not told to help prepare us better. But our agency didn't know either, because see, if we're in, let's say we're in, say we live south of the border, and these children are coming from Colombia. Those are different county offices. So when the county sends over what we call the universal, which is the makeup of that child, what's going on, that agency hasn't seen that child unless they have worked with that child before, and that child was in the therapeutic, that child was in the therapeutic care, and that child was in a home of that therapeutic agency. They only know what the county tells them. So that's what we got today. Not that it's an issue. They are loved. They are well taken care of. We love them. And we're not going to say we don't want them, send them back. We're not going to do that. We would never do that. They're not, we're just not going to do that. But our agency was a little, they were a whole lot upset. Because what the universal said didn't have any of that at all. So it took us a minute. They got here about 2. Mm-hmm. We didn't get settled into their bedtime. Well, their bedtime is 7:30. They were in the bed a little bit before 7:30, and don't think that.
And I think they was just tired.
They was
just
tired
from all of today's events.
I think from yesterday and today's events, they were just overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. You know, taken from everything they've known, how they were taken. I know mentally, it was a lot on them. So after bedtime, got them ready for bed.
Bath and nighttime snack.
They got their bath. They had dinner. They got their bath. A snack. We read a book. He picked out Brown Bear, which is one of my favorites. We read that. And he got right in the bed, and I prayed over him, and he gave me a kiss and a hug too.
Aww. Okay, so we're back. The battery died. But yeah, I was telling you guys. Well, I know we went off on a whole tangent, but I was telling you guys that I did have a little breakdown. And I think it was more so because, like I said, I did not feel prepared. Yeah, it's gray. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think that I was prepared for all that came in. And you had 2 different people throwing paper at you to sign. Nobody's going over paperwork. Like, our worker was going over, she was going into grave detail at first. And then when the kids got here and their social worker got here, and their social worker started throwing us paper to sign, she slid hers on in there to sign. So it was just like, it was just so much signing, and I'm not really getting a grasp of what I'm signing. So, but I was able to, read the stuff, and of course I wasn't gonna just sign it without reading it. So, and then with me reading and then trying to sign, and you have people standing. Like, nobody was sitting. Everybody was just standing. Like, it was just an instant for you to sign this paperwork. So I think that's why it really got to me after everybody was gone.
Yeah, and like it's our first time, and it bothered me. The paperwork, of course, bothered me. Babe was reading it because I was trying to get to our new babies because we got 2 new children in the house.
Plus, y'all, we had 2 that just came in the house, plus the little boy that I babysit 3 days a week.
And then Stormy.
Yes. So we had a house full of kids and a house full of adults.
And I guess with the kids being busy, I was trying to. Sorry, y'all, my leg was itching, a little dry. I was trying to keep them. We wasn't expecting what we got today because it was not what we were told.
Right.
We're not going to go into all of their diagnoses and stuff like that, but it was nothing that we were told. Not that we can't handle it, but we would have been better off prepared had we known ahead of time, right? So that was the issue. And then, like she said, the worker was going in grave detail. Them kids got there, looked like she was ready to go. Like she was like deuces, and I was like, oh wow. But once they left, I feel we were able to grasp a little more control, to kind of go over with them. Like, there ain't no going over no rules. You just have to keep redirecting.
Right.
We know this off the bat. There's no, do A, B, C, and D.
And expect it to get done.
This is going to be redirection. Being redirected maybe 40 to 50 times a day. Maybe 20 times. But with what I'm banking on is
routine.
A routine. I am big on routine. Ask Trey and Jada and they'll tell you. They say I'm institutionalized. I am big on routine. And yes, I know. Don't come talk about they in trauma and you got to no. Kids thrive off of routine. They like to know
what's coming next.
So we're definitely going to be working on a routine, and no, we don't expect it to just become a routine in a week or a day. We know it takes about a month or so, but today after they ate and got them baths, because we weren't, let me be honest, I wasn't expecting it to go as well as it did go, because from what we were told, but Miss Ma'am, Ladybug.
Oh, let's go on to that. Now, when we first got on this camera, we had already had names picked up for them. Ladybug's name is staying, but we've seen what Little Man is attached to, and we were gonna call him Little Bear, but we see that he's attached to Scout, so we're gonna call him Scout.
Yeah, we're gonna call him Scout. Once they got out them tubs, listen, y'all, we put them in them tubs and looked like I had a bath too, Lord. You know how you wash the babies up and they be sudsed up, and then you take the washcloth and do the water. I gave him his washcloth. He put that thing up and drenched the water all over me, and he thought it was so funny. He was tickled. He was tickled. I don't know if I was tickled or surprised with her. She did good. They both did good. But then, yeah, she wanted to run around. And, yeah. But she's about to sit on my good couch in her birthday suit. We don't run around like that around here. We got to put on pajamas and get dry and stuff. That's what we had going on. We will tell you that they're both in, we can say that, right? We will tell you they're both in pull-ups. So, and they will be wearing, we have to order, well, he has a lot of one pieces, don't he?
Yeah.
And they have to sleep in one piece of pajamas, so we won't be getting them pull-ups off. One where you just zipped up, and if they don't do right, we'll be putting them on backwards. Where they can't get to the
The
zipper. But they did well. And after we gave them a bath, we lotioned them down. We lotioned them down. Did we tell them that?
No, we didn't.
Oh yeah. We lotioned them down. And snack and a book and
a good TV show, a good 30-minute TV show.
Before they went to bed, they had not watched, because they watched TV while we were getting them dressed. Then Babe needed to run out to pick up a few more things that they needed. And she might need a high back booster seat too. Or that other one might be good. The other one might be good. But once Babe left, they were already dressed for bed. And I kind of sat, and she climbed up on my lap, and he came and sat next to me and put his little feet on me. And we talked a little bit. You know, I just told them that they're safe here and that we love them. And they're going to be okay. So once we got to the room, you know, Stormy came. So I had to hold her. And we read a book, and I put him to bed. And he was tired because he turned as soon as we got finished reading, he got into bed. He turned over, and immediately he was going to sleep. She laid too. I didn't have to redirect to say get back in the bed or anything like that, but she wanted me to hold her hand. So I sat on a floor next to her bed, and I held her hand, and then I was talking with her, telling her how pretty she was, and then you know, we love them. I love them. We love them. I love them already. We love them. And if reunification is what it's going to be, then we're here for it. To support the parents any way that we can. Little man has a birthday coming, so
we've already been preparing.
Listen, he got a birthday coming. So, we're trying to figure out. And he's so smart.
Y'all, he's smart as a whip.
He is so smart. Oh my goodness. We got another genius on our hand. Our boy is smart. Like, I'm pumped. I'm like, he's so smart. Oh my, and he's so sweet. Isn't he sweet? Oh, he's so sweet. And he's so smart.
He loves puzzles, y'all.
He loves puzzles and putting things together. So I know that we will be, I guess, building him a puzzle collection and some. He's 4, so we'll be building him a puzzle collection. And he's seen a Batman commercial.
You did?
So I don't know if. Guess we'll just have to watch. But we do know that he loves puzzles.
So this is our first night.
First night.
And of course we'll keep you guys on the journey with us.
And all the people who does foster care, don't be talking about no honeymoon period. We ain't getting no honeymoon period. We got the gusto from the gusto. Like, you know how like people who foster say, oh, the kids go through a honeymoon phase. They're so good. They do this. We don't got no honeymoon stage.
So, well, like I said, this is what, day and night 1. Yeah, stay around for the journey, guys.
Stay around for the journey.
So, we've done enough of talking y'all's heads off for the night. We'll see you guys in our next video. We love y'all.
Good night.
Peace.
That's how